Hey guys, today our lesson is going to focus on X and Y intercepts of lines. I love this lesson because it's super easy. Let's just look one more time at our definitions, our informal definitions of Y and X intercepts. We did this in a previous lesson. So Y-intercept is the location where a line crosses the y-axis. Yes, and the X-intercept is the location where a line crosses the x-axis. So I'm giving you a bunch of graphs here of lines, and you're going to write down the ordered pair that represents where the y-axis is and where the x-intercept is. I said y-axis, I meant y-intercept. So here we go. Take a look at this line. Let's look for the y-intercept. Okay, here's the y-axis. Boom, right here. Y-intercept, the point on the y-axis. So let's grab the coordinates from the origin. You don't go right or left any, so the x is 0 and the y is 2. So 0, 2. And the x-intercept, well, here's the x-axis. Find the point. Boom, right there. And that location is mapped by, from the origin, going left, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the x is -4, and then we stay there. We don't go up or down any, so the y is 0. So 0, 2, -4, 0. And we're just going to keep doing this. So let's look at this guy. Y-intercept up here. So that's going to be mapped by 0. Look, I don't go right or left, but I go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0, 5. And then my X-intercept, 1, 2, 3, and I don't move, so 3, 0. Let's do the next one. Y-intercept, down here. So my X is 0, because I don't want to leave the center, but my Y is 1, 2, 3, 4, so 0, -4. X-intercept right here, I just go left 1, and I stay put, so -1, 0. Check out the next one, do it again. Okay, Y-intercept, going down 2, so 0, -2. X-intercept, over here to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 5, 0. Okay, this last one here on this page, look at this origin. It crosses both the y-axis and the x-axis at the origin, so I'm going to put 0, 0 down for both. Beautiful. It's pretty, I told you it was easy. Okay, we got one more side to do here. Let's see. Ding dong, ding dong. We got y-intercept. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 0, -6. And the x-intercept, where are we crossing the x-axis? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So -6, 0. Next line. Y-intercept. 1, 2, 3. So 0, 3. And the x-intercept. 1, 2, 3. -3, 0. All right. Next line. Y-intercept, down 1, so 0, -1. X-intercept, 1 to the right, 1, 0. Next one, check it out. Look, again, origin. See the x-axis and the y-axis? It's crossing the same place. So 0, 0, 0, 0. Ooh, vertical line. This will be interesting. Y-intercept. Where does this vertical line cross the y-axis? Where does this line cross this axis? It doesn't. None. We don't have a y-intercept, but we do have an x-intercept. Where is it crossing the x-axis? Right here at 1, 2, 3. So at 3, 0. Well, this was fun, but I'm getting a little bit tired of this. I mean, I kind of get how to do this. Let's flip it one last time and answer these questions. It says, take a look at all of your ordered pairs for the y-intercepts. What is the pattern you notice? Based on the definition of y-intercept, why does this pattern make sense? So let's look at it. Let's look at our y-intercepts. That was the first column. What do you notice about all of these? Is there a pattern? Check it out. Think about it. Pause the video if you need to. I definitely see a pattern. I mean, I don't see a pattern on the Y. I see a 2, a 5, a -4, a -2, a 0. These are all crazy, random. The pattern I see is on the X. Every single X is 0. Look at this. Even on this side, look at the Y-intercepts. 0, 0, 0, 0, and then we didn't have one here. All the X's are 0. So that's the first thing I'm going to say. Every Y-intercept has an X value of 0. So if I'm writing it as an ordered pair, the X is always 0. The Y is whatever Y value comes out when X equals 0. 0, comma Y. Now, why does this pattern make sense? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Think about, now I want you to think about a Y-intercept, okay? Here's X, here's Y. Now check this out. Where's my red pen? Here it is. If your line has a dot on the Y-axis, doesn't the X have to be 0? Because if you move right or left, you leave the center, you leave the origin. So if you move here and then up, you're not going to be on the Y-axis. If you move here and then up, you're not going to be on the Y-axis. If you move right and down, nope. Left and down, nope. You have to stay put at 0 on the X and only move on the Y in order to ensure that you're on the Y-axis and that you have a Y-intercept. So that's why it makes sense. Okay, let's look at question 2. Take a look at all of your ordered pairs for the X-intercepts. What is the pattern and why does it make sense? So let's look at the X-intercepts now. Check it out. The X's are changing, but look at these Y's. All 0s. Look at the other side. All 0s. So the Y value is 0. So we're going to say every X-intercept has a Y value of 0. So in your ordered pairs, X, Y, the Y is 0. And the X is whatever X is when Y is 0. See, this behavior is going to affect the X, just like this behavior is going to affect the Y. Every line, X and Y are related, and one has an effect on the other. So why does it make sense? Well, let's do another graph. So if you have X and Y, okay, if you've got an X-intercept, boom, you have to be touching the X-axis. Now, think of that. You can go to the right all you want. You can move X units. But once you do it, the Y has to be 0 because if you went up or down any, you'd be off the X-axis. So you can move on the X, but you got to stay put for the Y. You may not move in the Y direction, that's up or down, or you won't be an X-intercept anymore. Okay? So, little hints when we do our mastery. To find a Y-intercept, okay? So if you're looking for a Y-intercept, you ready? This is what you do. You let X equal 0 and solve for Y. Easy. Let X equal 0, find Y. This is your Y, see 0Y from up here. And it's the exact opposite. To find an X-intercept, you let the Y equal 0 and solve for X. X, comma, 0. That's this one. Okay? One way to remember this, guys. They're sort of like opposites. I'll often tell students, Y-intercept, 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 X is 0. See, Y-intercept, the opposite letter is 0. But X-intercept, 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 the Y is 0. So it's like the opposite letter. When you're finding a Y-intercept, you let the opposite letter be 0. When you're finding an X-intercept, you let the opposite letter be 0. So that takes care of your notes. Now the assignment, let me show you how this is going to work. We're just going to do one of these together. So tonight or today in class or whenever you get back to school, now what they're going to do is they're not going to give you the graph. They made it easy on us. They just gave us a graph and we could pick out the X and Y intercepts. Now they give us an equation. So let's just do this first one together. So if your equation is y equals 2x plus 4, and you want to find the y-intercept, remember the trick. You let x be 0 and solve for y. So let's do it. So take your relationship and let your x be 0. So it'll look like this. Y is equal to 2 times 0 plus 4. So y is equal to, well, 0 plus 4 is just 4. So as an ordered pair, when x is 0, y is 4. So we'll plot that. So 0, 4. So you go none on the x, 4 on the y, right there, 0, 4. Okay? Now, the x-intercept. For the x-intercept, you let y be 0. So take your relationship and let the y be 0. So 0 equals 2x plus 4. And just solve like we always did with equations. Subtract 4, subtract 4. Negative 4 equals 2x. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Boom. So x is equal to negative 2. So as an ordered pair, when x is negative 2, y is 0. Negative 2, 0. So left 2 and stay put. Connect the dots and you got yourself a nice straight line. So you're going to finish these for me front and back, practicing X and Y intercepts given an equation. Thanks for watching.